FirstOntario Performing Centre, and Gowan has showed up. How are you?
Hello, Bob. I'm fantastic. How you been? The last time we spoke was right here on this very spot. Yeah.
I think I hang out here too much.
It's a good place to hang out, though. It's such a beautiful theater, and yeah, we love playing here.
Yeah. Now you're still going strong. 50 years, over 50 years in the business now. You must have started when you were 5, I believe. I don't know.
Is it real? Man, now I feel tired.
You've been performing for years as a solo. Still continue to perform. Yep. Sticks, and I always, every time I meet you, I think, that's something new. That's like 26 years or something like that you've been doing Sticks?
Yes, 26. Yeah, I've done 26 years with Sticks, and yeah, you're right. Now that you mention it, there's something kind of nice about longevity, you know, because I feel like I've connected with a lot of people over a long period of time, and they, you know, I like hearing their own little interpretation or their own kind of musical story that kind of parallels where we've been in the past and where we are now.
Yeah, it's got to feel great to still get up on stage, see them singing along to these songs. And
this is it. Last night, you know, it was the same thing again. You know, it's to jump from Sticks to doing a series of solo shows. That's a bit of a hurdle, and I always feel like, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? And then at the end of the night, when I see, you know, there's a couple of thousand people on their feet with big smiles on their faces and arms in the air, it makes it all kind of like I contributed something to the planet. Maybe that's all it can be.
Yeah. I mean, you hear Strange Animal, you come right back to the years. Yeah. I heard an interesting story about Criminal Mind, of how it was you came up with the idea, if you want to fill us in on that.
Yeah, a Criminal Mind, the beginnings of it was, the melody was there for a couple of weeks, and I kind of knew that this song, it needs an interesting lyric, and I didn't know what exactly it should be about. I was at the Canadian National Exhibition in Toronto, and there was an exhibit of an actual jail cell from Kingston Penitentiary. And over the course of the conversation I had with this retired prison guard, the idea of a Criminal Mind came to me, and when I went home, the lyrics came out kind of the next morning, almost in one full flow. And it's quite remarkable how a song that suddenly came together so quickly would spark something in people that they've hung on to for such a period of time. And I still enjoy singing it. I like doing it with Sticks, and I definitely like doing it with the original version as well.
Yeah. And now that we look at the music industry, it's changed so much today. Do you miss the day? I miss some of the days when you'd look at Good Rockin' Tonight and video hits and Much Music and being a guest on there and performing.
The beauty of that era, I think, was that you had an awful lot of people fixated on one thing because they had fewer choices, you know? So a song could really reach such a wide range of people because they had those shows that you just mentioned would kind of cull all of the attention into that one thing, and now it's so fragmented that it's more difficult to kind of get people to focus. Even myself, when I'm scrolling, yeah.
Yeah, it is difficult, and there were big. I mean, if a Gowan interview was premiering on a certain day, everybody was going to be there to check it out, and that's where you saw it.
Yes, there was that. There was just the general attention span. I mean, the album as an art form, the 40 minutes of music that people could focus on from beginning to end and really go on that little theater of the mind kind of journey that they could take by doing that, and the world would stop for that 40-minute roughly period of time, and you would kind of dive into that, and it's, as I say, it's more fragmented now, where people we're all kind of inundated with a lot of choices. And I love when I discover an album that I love today and I realize, oh yeah, that experience still works for me. And yeah.
Oh, it's great you're doing your album again, playing it all through. As you said, it almost seems like I haven't played some of these in years, but it all comes back.
It comes back. I mean, we do have to focus on getting it right, which we've done. I think, honestly, Bob, one of the most satisfying things is when I see people in the audience who obviously weren't even born when Strange Animal came out, and they sing all the words, and I'm just so knocked out with that. The music has stood that ultimate test of time, and people still embrace it and still find something in it that they can relate to and see themselves in some manner through that music.
Yeah, it is that way. It brings them back to maybe a special moment. Some of your songs might have been wedding songs for them or something in their life, and it's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's very gratifying, I can say, and so it's still, I still take it really seriously. I want it to really, to give it to people as they expect it to be, at the highest level possible. And it's the same with Sticks. So we really strive to do that. For this year we're doing like 100 Sticks shows, and there's like 26 Gowan shows. So it's a lot of playing.
Yeah, a lot of playing.
Yeah.
And is it Lawrence, Larry, or just Gowan?
All of the above.
All of the above.
I've learned to answer to many names over the course of my life. I think for tonight it should just be Gowan, because we're back to the 80s feeling of when it was the government issue of one name per pop star.
Yeah. It did happen. Well, thanks very much for doing this, and continued success.
Thank you so much. Great to talk to you again, and great to be back in St. Catharines and playing in the area. I think I love it.